Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. A bunch of people are here today, though Hirasashi is going to be a little bit late. But
Instead of
yeah.
a lot late like last time.
Yeah. So today we have Tom back again. So it wasn't
Give
just a one-time
me
thing.
all of your page views.
We've got-
Hashtag click the bell. Go to my YouTube channel, click the bell so you don't miss any videos. Go to patreon.com/give me your fucking money to give me all your money. Go to instagram.com/twitter.com/ facebook.com/myspace
Friendster. Yeah.
friendster.com the hot button social media group. Go there, go geocities.com/mediafire/ animated Tom PaleoSteno 2 animations, graphic design. Give me money. Ad clicks, Google AdSense.
we have Saber here, though you can't see his face.
I'm beautiful.
Yeah, he's too beautiful. We can't show him.
It's too beautiful.
He distracts from everything.
It's true.
It's so distracting.
I mean, for $1 million, people.
Then Jax is back here.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
I gotta be the token black friend number 2 reporting in for token black friend number 1 because that's what I always do. No, I'm such a
Also,
good friend.
why are you advertising other shows with your shirt?
What? Because look, because they started the podcast game. Oh no, they didn't, but they did good. No, I got this because
they're just so below us. We need to give them a little boost.
Exactly. And also back in the day, I never got a spill shirt and I always regretted it. So I was just like, I might as well get one of these.
Yeah, one of the double toasted
DT
shirts.
merch.
Yeah,
shirts.
it's funny because I was actually just watching their Black Panther spoiler video earlier today.
Oh yeah, they were going ham last night. Like most of the stuff got cut, but there was this whole thing that going like ham last night in the stream. It was beautiful. And then there was this one guy who got Corey mad, and Corey was just like, "No, you can't do that crap. You can't do that," and stop. And then it got all awkward for a bit. No, that was the last show because there was a dude who was acting up, and then Corey had to tell him off. It was funny in that sad sort of way where you see a parent telling a kid all this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Last time on show that's not as good as ours.
Wow. Man, I wish our show was as good as theirs. They have actual equipment.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Patreon.com/ whatever the fuck the show is called, the POS Podcast.
Yeah.
Go there, donate.
Yeah, we've got a Podbean patron thing that is specifically
goal
for the podcast.
number 1,
yeah.
Blue Yeti mics for everybody. Goal number 2, iPhone 7s for everybody that will.
I don't want an iPhone.
Used to tweet really professionally.
I want my phone to start slowing down randomly
every time there's an update.
Look, if you look at all the hot celebs, they all use iPhones, so they're clearly the best. So we all need to get 256 gig iPhone 10s, $1,200 per phone. So that would be the $5,000 goal. I'm sure we'll meet that in about 5 seconds because everybody gives us money. And then the $10,000 goal is we'll buy a media company to do all our promotion for us because the best way to grow on the internet is to outsource everything to cold corporations. So we'll do that, and then we'll do for $1 million. We'll finally integrate our brand with Kylie Jenner. We know celebrity endorsements are amazing, so we'll do that next. So go pledge now.
All right. So let's get up into some stuff. Thanks.
Let's do it. What's going on?
Yeah,
let's do it.
First of all, I'm gonna talk a little bit about a movie that I saw that it wasn't that great.
Oh,
Black Panther?
No, not that one. No, I'd be crucified if I said that.
Yes, you would.
No, Peter Rabbit. That's the one.
Wasn't that? Oh, so okay, go ahead.
So yeah, I did a review on it, and I did it in a new style, which I'm hoping people like because people seem to like it because it's been having legs with the views this past week. So
I told you should have done that style months ago. I
I know.
Hey, this style is so much better. You should just do this. This is so much funny to watch a cartoon character spaz out over a movie, and then it worked.
Yeah, so Peter Rabbit is from a Sony animation, like one of their hybrid films, kind of like they did with the Smurfs back in the day. And this one is on Peter Rabbit, and I guess they wanted to do Peter Rabbit because Paddington did so well, the first one. And the second one did really well too, for the critics at least. I'm not sure how much it made. I know it didn't really make that much over here, but I think it made a lot more internationally. But Peter Rabbit, man, it seems like such a mixed bag, because of what it wants to be. Because there's times when it's like, oh, this could work, and then other times where it's like, why did you do this? Why did you think this was a good idea? So, because there are aspects of the film that I do like. Like I do like the fact that they used 2D animation in the movie at some points. And I was like, oh, I rarely see that. Give me more of that.
So it was like the 90s cartoon.
Yeah,
series.
it kind of looked like that too.
Okay.
So, but it was only for a little bit. That was it. So if you want to see more of my thoughts, you can look at my review. But I'll be talking about some other movies here that I haven't done reviews on yet, but I'll be doing those this week. And the first one, that also Jax has seen. I'm not sure if either of you two have seen it yet. Black Panther, which I just saw yesterday.
The Panther is rising!
Yeah! Come on! Yes, I never freeze. Shit. Give me a second. Oh, fuck.
Oh no,
seriously.
he's stuck!
Oh shit.
He's just
I'm not joking right now.
just like a cat stuck in a box.
I know, right? Shit, I'm seriously.
Jax is gonna suffocate live on the show.
I can't get this thing out.
What's all the purpose of doing all those push-ups if you can't lift up a god?
I can't see shit. Fuck. What? What? Just go on that way.
Stupid fucking helmet. All right, there we go.
Okay.
That was good. I did freeze.
Don't
I'm not black.
don't try putting it on again during the podcast.
Okay. Hi. Yes.
So I couldn't see the movie on Friday or Saturday because my theater was actually selling out of it. Because it's did a really good opening weekend. It's actually the 5th biggest opening weekend ever in domestically.
Yeah, it's completely beaten all of Justice League. Like
all the DCU.
Oh god.
How embarrassing.
I know, right? I love. I'll say this. All right, I understand why a lot of people, because the people from this side, by the way, brought up very valid points of why it's such a great film for black people and all that stuff, and African Americans and all that, because it's one of the things that gives like a good black role model that's not like, because every time it's on the screen it's always they're drug dealers or they're criminals or there's something negative about them, but like T'Challa's just a king and he's trying to protect his country. Like they're not trying to play him up like, oh, I'm a super ladies man. I'm just like this very humble but strong guy who can get the job done. And I really love that movie. And I love seeing. I thought the whole movie was, really well done. I wouldn't say it was perfect. Like, I understand why some people go into it and they just have such hyperbolic opinions where they're like, this film is just the greatest film ever and stuff like that. I'm like, I can see why you think that for yourself, and I'm not going to take that away from you. But to me, I thought it was just a solid, good film. I highly recommend it. I'm probably going to go see it again, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed most of the characters. I just thought it was a pretty good film.
Yeah, where would you rank it in the MCU right now?
MCU, like
as far as like the solo films,
like just from Iron Man, Captain America, all that stuff. Okay, well, I definitely, I would say I like Captain America: Winter Soldier and the first Iron Man a little bit more, but I definitely would say this is third. And like Spider-Man to me is just my favorite because massive Spider-Man geek right here. So that's why, I would definitely put it around below Winter Soldier in my opinion. I did
So
really
it's top
enjoy
5 for you then.
Yeah, definitely one of my top 5 films because I just had a good time watching it. And it was like one of those things where like when you go to a movie theater. Now, I'm not saying anything bad against my race. I love my race to death. Props to people. But like when you usually go to a black theater, it's always like, oh my God, you see that crap? Yeah, you see that? They're talking to the movie screen, just like yelling and stuff like that. But like when you went to see Black Panther, it was just everyone was quiet, everyone was respectful, everyone was just like so engaged with the film, and I loved that. I loved that whole aspect. Okay, there was no one was like, oh shit, this cat man getting his ass beat. Yo, that's crazy, man. It's just like none of that. They were just into watching the movie, and I thought the villain was great. Like to me, Marvel's been doing great with their villains recently. I thought Killmonger, like played by Michael B. Jordan, was such a great sympathetic villain. I mean, there's parts where you're just like, okay, you're going too far, but there's parts where I'm like, damn, I genuinely feel for you, man. Just but I would say the CGI, and that's one of my biggest issues. Like I kept noticing, like there are 2 bits of CGI. Like, are we talking spoilers, or are we just talking about the movie in general?
The movie in general right now. Like I do have some nitpicks that aren't really spoilers. But yeah. But overall, I did really enjoy the movie. It's like because pretty much all the Marvel movies recently have been really good. Mm-hmm. So especially if because before this was Thor Ragnarok, and before that was Spider-Man. So yeah, they've been like
before that was Guardians. Yeah, so I think the one thing I will say a gripe with is just, and you can see this in the trailers, is the CGI in the film is very early Spider-Man movie-ish.
Yeah, like, when they show the Rhino, I was like, that looks like the fakest Rhino I've ever seen.
I know, right? It just so bad. And then like the fight scene at the end where they're having their little battle, it was like I was getting flashbacks of like some Spider-Man 3 scenes where he's in the black suit fighting, and I'm just like, I mean, I get what's going on, but there's just a way a person moves. It just doesn't feel organic.
What gets me is that there's a couple of fights. There's the fight in the very, very beginning of the movie, where he's in the dark.
Yeah, exactly.
And then a fight in the fight in the casino. Like those 2 fights, it felt like the camera was like really shaky. And it surprised me because like this is from the same director that did Creed, where that fight at the end was amazing.
Yeah, and so they had a great fight in the middle with the boxing where it was just one round, and it felt like, how did you get all those angles and make that happen? So yeah, I agree with you completely there. Like there were a bunch of fight scenes where I was just like, I mean, it's a bit cool, but it's just sort of, it's not, I don't feel any weight or like organic feeling of like, oh my God, this could actually hurt him, because especially since he has that vibranium suit, which is just like every attack he hits, it's just like, oh, I'm absorbing energy. And it's cool and stuff like that, especially if we read the comics or watch, like most of us have seen Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So I wanted to ask you, what did you think of like T'Challa here compared to the animated one they had in Earth's Mightiest Heroes?
Yeah, I still need, I want to rewatch it before Infinity War comes out. But yeah, I did like him here, and I was trying to remember like who M'Baku was. I was like, oh yeah, he was Manape in Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Yeah.
Are you done? I love how it's just like, I love that whole thing. This has become an inside joke with me and my friends. It's just like, yeah. So I was watching. You don't talk. It's just like you bark. I loved M'Baku. He was great. That actor was phenomenal, and I loved it. Like that M'Baku and T'Challa's little sister, who was the scientist. Those were like my favorite.
There's that one joke. I was like, this is gonna be dated in a few years.
Oh God, I know, right?
Yeah, because they put in a meme, and I'm like, no, Marvel, don't, please, like. I know you're already like screwing it up with your comics. Don't do it to the movies, please.
You know what's sad is, all right, I honestly didn't mind it because like I feel, if I'm just speaking as like when I went to like my Thanksgiving dinner and stuff like that, and Christmas dinner and stuff like that, of course, like since I'm African American, I have a lot of black relatives, all that jazz. So we all went to I was just watching TV and stuff like that, and then the kids all love that stuff. So like all the kids always say like, oh, what are those and stuff like that. So to me, it was just sort of a thing. Like I do see why like in a black film, like black families do that sort of thing. So I think that's why it made me laugh, because it reminded me of my niece when she like came up to me. I was like saying that to.
Oh, Hero's here.
And then, the second one comes in. What are you doing here?
I thought you were the second one, by your own admission.
My
Shut up.
Okay, I gotta change the things here.
I'm going to use this break to remind everybody that this episode of the podcast, the POS podcast is brought to you by Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut, you can get two medium topping.
Oh, remember you gotta get the triple threat pizza
for $5.99 a piece. Pizza Hut, nobody out pizzas the Hut. Is that
Yes!
good? Is that good? Okay, it's good.
Yes.
Wow, you are like a professional still, aren't you?
Yes.
Boy.
Full shill mode today. We're the POS podcast is not going to be a POS anymore. We're going to be a piece of advertising platform. We're going to monetize everything.
We gotta have money.
Yes, exactly.
Mm.
I can't afford theater tickets at the insane prices they are now without my lucrative brand.
That's why you gotta get Movie Pass. That's what I have. It's like $9.95 a month. You can see as many movies as you want.
We're still shilling. What is going on?
Episode of the POS podcast is brought to you by
Movie Pass, sponsor me, please.
Are movies too expensive? Are you just too goddamn poor? Do you not have any money to eat, but you figure you can just go to the movies and get a thing of popcorn anyways? And then Movie Pass is the solution you've been looking for. Get it now for only whatever the fuck Paleo pays per month.
$9.95.
There you go. $9.95 a month. You can watch all the movies you want until the limit. There's probably a limit. I don't know.
No, it's just
Maybe
once
there's
per
not.
day. That's it.
One movie per day. That's 31 maximum movies a month. Go forth and crush your theater by making it sad.
Yes.
How do movie theaters not lose money on that?
Yeah, concessions.
Yeah, concessions. Like
Yeah,
this.
that's where they make all their money is concessions. Because that's why they're so goddamn
Smuggle
expensive.
in your own snacks and fuck over the movie business.
Speaking of concessions, why don't you try some lovely Wegmans sparkling water? Calorie-free, food that'll make you feel good when you drink it. Yes, that's right.
You're like not even in your frame, boy.
I know. I really am not.
No. He's out of the frame so you can maximize the impact of the product.
Ah, yes.
See?
Yes, drink it. Put it in your body or you're a nerd. Stupid.
All right. While I get these camera things set up, let's go into the next topic. So the next thing is actually going to be Early Man, which is the next Aardman film that came out, and it was all right. But there's one like major thing that I was not expecting about this movie, and that's like the story in general. Because
all those Holocaust references were really out of place. I don't know. They're trying to be deep, but I just found it really distracting.
Yeah. So looking at Early Man, what would you think that movie would be about?
Wallace and Gromit 10,000 years ago or something.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I thought it would be too.
But no, it's not.
I'm not even joking.
Not exactly like that. I mean, like, because the Wallace and Gromit stories, they're pretty fun. They're unique and very, very quirky. This is just a sports movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's really weird because like it starts off where like this meteor hits the Earth, and they start playing soccer with the meteor, and it's like, what? And then they go on, and then like there's like the Bronze Age and the Stone Age, and the Bronze Age are like trying to take over the place where the Stone Age people live, and it's literally a Save the Rec Center plot with soccer. Wow. That's all it is. I was so disappointed. I was like, really? Is that what we're doing here?
Is it better than that sexy chicken movie that came out?
What,
like,
Chicken Run? No, I think Chicken Run's probably better.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. That sounds shitty.
Yeah, it wasn't like shitty. Like the animation and the humor is still pretty good. Like there are some puns that I think
Wallace
Jax
and
would
Gromit
really like.
in the Stone Age actually would have been better.
We'll have like Wallace be like Dean, Gromit's the dog, right? So like Gromit be like Dino from the Flintstones or something like that, like a dinosaur or something.
Yeah. So, Early Man, I'll be doing a review like I did my Peter Rabbit review later this week, but it's I just found it a bit disappointing. It's not a bad movie by any means. It's just not what I expected.
Okay.
So
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a shame.
all right, next thing, let's talk about some trailers. First, going back to Marvel, let's talk about the Venom trailer.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, the teaser, or is there an actual trailer out now?
No, there's a teaser.
Yeah, the teaser. Yeah.
Okay, I've seen the teaser. Okay. I was like, did I miss something already? God.
Yeah, I got a lot to say about this. Okay, so
Before we start, we need to mention that the POS Podcast is brought to you by PlayStation. Go to PlayStation, the best place to play. PlayStation has the best exclusives of any modern console. Go check out Shadow of the Colossus remade, because the best thing on the console right now is a game that came out like 20 years ago. Hooray!
Oh yeah, I got it right. I got it right here.
Don't forget, Spider-Man PS4 is coming out soon, exclusively on PlayStation. Play it first on PlayStation Pro. It supports 4K graphics. PlayStation.
Why are you doing this?
Look, I'm just trying to make this show more viable to advertisers, so we can
This
increase our
is
ratings.
a very advertiser-friendly podcast.
Yeah.
Friendly?
Friendly.
There's no way we can be demonetized now, right? Like, of course, like we're doing everything we can to be advertiser friendly. I'm just looking out for you guys, okay?
All right,
you're doing great.
So
No, you're just turning this into a freaking war zone. And speaking of war zones, let me tell you about this new game called Battlefront 2.
Oh God, please don't.
all right, so Jax, you want to go off about Venom?
Okay, let's do this. All right, so you know what? I think this trailer, like, okay, I don't mind Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock, okay, because he's a pretty stout dude. Dude has no neck when he trains, so I'm like proud of him, like being Eddie Brock, because Eddie Brock's this big brolic dude, unless you go by the Ultimate Universe where he's some skinny prick who's just annoying. But like in this trailer, I feel like all they needed, because they released it with nothing Venom related. If you don't know who Venom is, like if you're a mainstream audience member and you're just like, oh well, what's this about? All it shows is just a smile and then the letter V, and you're just like, well, what the fuck is that? It looks like just a generic horror movie or generic like thriller. It doesn't have anything that's just like, oh, that right there is Venom. And I know they keep saying, well, the CGI wasn't done, or the CGI wasn't. All you had to do was literally just show like the ooze creeping onto his body, and then just like Spider-Man 3, the original 2007 trailer, before they like had the a whole thing where they showed him at the end like jumping around, like all they did was just have the ooze drop on Eddie Brock, him like drop down, and then he just roared at the camera and stuff like that. All you literally had to do to fix this trailer would just have like Eddie like screaming, have the ooze cover his body, and then just go and then have the thing go to his camera, and then just have get down with the sickness, and then boom, perfect trailer. There you go. That's all you had to do for Venom trailer. That's all you had to do, but they didn't do that. And so that's one thing that just irked me, because I'm just thinking, there are so many legit fan trailers of the Venom movie where they like took like scenes from Spider-Man Homecoming, and then they're like, oh, Eddie Brock's looking at like Peter Parker or stuff like that, or like, because they are not even confirming if Tom Holland's in this movie as Spider-Man or not, because they're kind of doing this whole
didn't they say initially that it's not, because Sony has the rights to the Spider-Man
because like the
universe,
Sony CEO or whatever.
This has nothing. This is not a MCU film. At all.
See, that's what they're trying to say, but they keep saying like Tom Holland might appear in it. He might, and it's just like, well, if you're gonna,
he might appear.
Like I'll believe it when like Marvel Studios says something.
I don't want him.
Like
Yeah,
it's only been Sony that's been saying stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want him in there. Like, it's just like, if you're gonna do it, like you can have like a multiverse, since we're gonna get that, Sony Miles Morales animated film or something like that.
Yeah.
Like in the freaking 90s cartoon, he was like going to so many different universes, like, oh, I'm a Spider-Man who has 6 arms. Oh, I'm a Spider-Man who got Doc Ock arms. Oh, I'm a Spider-Man that's actually an actor. I don't have any powers whatsoever. Let's go meet Stan Lee. It's shit like that. It's just like, okay, if you're gonna do something like that, then I'd be into it. But I'm just not a fan of this trailer so far.
Yeah.
Dang, you go hard when you talk about something. I was like, well, you can take a breath, right?
No, man. I'm passionate. This shit is stupid.
I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, mother.
All right, now let's talk about a good trailer. The Deadpool 2 trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was legit.
Dude, it looks fucking sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like how the last couple of Deadpool trailers have been like just randomly jokey.
It's very on brand.
Yeah, because it starts out all serious and then like they show like Cable without the metal arm. He still has the green screen on his arm.
Yeah.
So and then he goes to Deadpool like playing with the action figures. It's great.
Yeah, and he has like weight on his foot, like
Yeah.
like that's amazing. I think it was so great about Deadpool is with the trailers.
Oh yeah, reach for the skies.
Yeah,
dressed
reach
up as
for
Woody.
the sky. It was freaking Woody, and it's just like, oh, that was great. What's so great about Deadpool is since it's a fourth wall breaking character, you can just be so imaginative with the trailers, however you want to do it. Like you can just do whatever you want with the trailers. It's like, well, that's Deadpool. It fits perfectly. Whatsoever.
Yeah.
But now that like Disney owns Fox. I wonder if they can make that Thanos joke that like, oh, you're freaking both Cable and Thanos or something like that, and so like,
Yeah.
make that joke now. Like, just go ham whatsoever. Just slip it in if the movie's almost done.
They better. That's
That'd
a
be
golden
awesome.
opportunity that they would be missing if they don't.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
they made that X-Men joke in the first movie, so it's just like that was a great
Yeah.
joke about the X-Men. I mean, so definitely do that one.
Yeah. Then they made the joke in the trailer about Henry Cavill's mustache.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
So Deadpool 2, it's coming out in the summer.
Can we just like take a moment to just really like stop and be like, how dumb was that?
Was what?
You're contractually obligated not to shave.
Oh yeah.
that was stupid. That was dumb.
Like if you can just like CG it out, like it must have taken like I'm assuming Henry Cavill's not like broken like my dumb face is, and it takes 10 years to grow this. Like just like and then in 2 days it's fine. Like
You know what though? I'll be honest. Like besides the meme images online, like when I saw Justice League in theaters, I didn't notice. I was looking for the scene where he had the mustache removed, and I was just like, I couldn't see it in theaters. I guess it just online when it was clear. I was just like, okay, that's very obvious.
I mean, like we're on this topic, so I feel like we just need to kind of like mention before we get too far into it that this podcast is brought to you by Gillette, the best man to
Yeah, somebody in the chat mentioned, he could have had his fake mustache too.
True. That's very true. They can easily
like
glue
actors
that
always
crap
use
on.
like prosthetics and whatever, so
Yeah, that was really odd.
yeah.
This Mission Impossible movie better be freaking amazing if you can't shave for this.
Yeah. Alright.
No.
Another trailer, talking about more superheroes, I guess. But these ones are animated. The Incredibles 2
Yeah.
trailer.
I'm gonna dip out for this one.
Yeah.
while you talk
I'll
about
let
it.
you know when we're done.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just going no spoiler on this? No.
I always go no spoiler. It's like my life.
But when he's in the theater, he walks out with his food. He's like, "Well, I'm not gonna watch this."
That's what
Exactly.
Laura does the same thing. She won't go into the theater until it's movie time.
Yeah, what was it? It was at the MLP movies. Something came on. I was like, nope, don't want to see that trailer. And I literally just covered my ears. I was like, la 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 la, I'm not doing it. All right, go talk about it.
All right. So yeah, Incredibles 2. So the first teaser came out, and I was like, nah, that was nothing really.
Yeah, it was just Jack Blazebean.
Yeah, but this one is actually showing what's going on. And it seems like that it's going to focus a lot more on, I guess, the family as a whole, more than the first, because the first one it felt like the first half was just Mr. Incredible.
Right.
Yeah. So this one, it just looks like a lot of fun to me.
Yeah, the Elastigirl looking fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, extra thick. I mean, yeah, the trailer.
And I think Frozone might play a bigger role too, because you see him a lot in the trailer. So
Hopefully, yeah, that'd be. I honestly, it's one of those things where I'm still in the camp of like I guess I have to get used to the fact that it's literally right afterwards, because like I remember as a kid that freaking Incredibles Mole Man game came out, which was like a sequel to the movie. It was like a game for like Xbox or something like that, and you played through like what happened afterwards. So like that's probably going to be stuck in my brain for like the first third of this movie or something like that. But I'm looking forward to it. Incredibles is my favorite Pixar film. Like I said that over and over again, so I'm just.
There was this thing going around where I guess in the trailer, Elastigirl's on this motorcycle, and Violet and some friends are in a car driving by, and someone screen cap, I guess, where Violet's waving at her mom, and Elastigirl is back, and they screen cap it, and they're like, "I don't care what you say, but Elastigirl's a lesbian, and she's hitting up with the young honeys." And then someone replied being like, "You mean her fucking daughter?" Like. I'm just being real for a second. I am so cool with gay people and all that stuff. I guess what gets me is when people like really reach hard, and it's like I don't know.
Saber, are you saying that people are stretching?
Wow.
This episode's brought to you by Play-Doh.
How did that?
No, Stretch Armstrong.
Jesus Christ, Jax, you missed it.
Laughing.
Oh, okay. Man, shut up, Tom. Did you all see the one recently with DW and Arthur where they're like grown up?
The Incestables.
Wow.
No, it's Arthur and DW, and like someone like screen capped it, like the picture, and they're like, me and my man. Someone's like, I'm pretty sure these two are like.
Yeah. Yes. Those are brother and sister.
That's exactly what they're implying. They're like, this is my lifestyle. Don't shame me.
Me and my man. What did I just say?
Well, I mean, technically, DW is voiced by a boy, so there you go.
No school fee today.
Yeah, The Incredibles too. Yeah, it looks good. So let's move on to something else that's Disney related.
Get Hero back in there.
Yeah, get him back in here.
Hero, come in.
I'm here.
There you go.
Yeah, so now we're going to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3.
My sanctuary.
Wait,
how many remixes is this game going to get?
Wait, can we talk about that? Is that another spoiler thing we got to send Hero away for again, or is video?
No, boy, I cannot dodge spoilers for like half a millennium. Okay, go ahead and talk.
Then you should know that they're not using that song anymore. They made a new song.
I do know that. But I'm saying, how many remixes of the new song are they going to make?
Am I the only one who's like underwhelmed by the new song?
No, you're not. I've seen a lot of people.
Like it's not very good.
It's not like something like when you hear Sanctuary that transports you to like another realm. It's just like wow,
another realm.
Yes, another realm. That's what it feels
you mean another world.
No, realm, world, combat, whatever.
No, this is Kingdom Hearts, not Final Fantasy. A Realm Reborn.
Is it Final Fantasy? Freaking Kingdom Hearts, boy!
This episode of the POS Podcast is brought to you by Final Fantasy 14.
It's a pretty good game. Except for Realm Reborn is no longer being played because everyone's playing the new expansion.
And the new expansion that I definitely know about.
Yeah. How do you not know about it?
Check it out at steam.com/
and order now.
So yeah, let's talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 and the new trailer with the Monsters Inc. in it.
Monsters. He was the ball. We finally get the joke after how long? How many? 17 years.
Of course, I was the ball.
17 years. 15 miles. 15 miles. 17 years. He was the ball.
That reminds me. Somebody posted an image as a reaction to the Incredibles 2 trailer where is like too late. 15 years too late.
Fantastic.
No, but Kingdom. I need to play through the Kingdom. I've only played a little bit of the first one.
You haven't played through 1 and 2?
No, I've only played a little bit of the first, but I'm gonna get 1.5 and 2.5 on PS4 and get that.
See, everyone else. Oh, go ahead, Irasashi.
It's funny because I just started. I want to play Kingdom Hearts 3 again, or not 3. Wow, I do want to play it at all, but I want to play Kingdom Hearts 1. Excuse me, on the PS3, the 1.5.
See, that's why it's so good that I didn't play Kingdom Hearts until this year, because it's all good. I'm all about it. So I'm in the middle of Birth by Sleep right now, and I gotta get caught up. I'm going full in on it, dude.
No, I'm not doing any of that. I'm playing Kingdom Hearts Uno and then Kingdom Hearts Dos.
No, okay.
That is it.
Look. I need to like get this off my chest, because this is like old news to everybody else. So this is blowing my mind. How in the ever-loving fuck? How in the ever-loving fuck is it possible that a GBA side story, Chain of Memories, could be so integral to the plot of Kingdom Hearts 2? And like, nobody said anything. Because like my friend Ashley, she's like, you need to play Kingdom Hearts. So I played Kingdom Hearts 1 with her, and we're like, all right, cool. I'm ready to play Kingdom Hearts 2. She's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
What do you mean? Like, you have to play Chain of Memories. But I'm like, no, it's a Game Boy game. It's like, no. So we had to sit down and play Chain of Memories. And I started playing Kingdom Hearts 2, and I'm like, how the fuck is this possible? The game literally starts 10 seconds after the end of Chain of Memories. I would have no idea what's going on.
I have no idea what's going on. It is bullshit.
That's why I'm getting 1.5, the 1.5 and 2.5 expansion, not expansion.
That's mind-blowing enough, right? The fact that like you have to play Chain of Memories, but the fact that like before I even played Kingdom Hearts 2, because like, all right, we're done with Chain of Memories, I can move on to Kingdom Hearts 2. She's like, you should really fucking play 358 over 2 days before you play 2. And I'm like, didn't that game come out like a decade later? Yeah, but you really should. So I did, and I'm like, oh, God. How do you make this a decade later? This is integral. The entire beginning is contextualized in 358 over 2 days. What the fuck?
Have you played any bit of 2 yet?
Yeah, I finished 2. I'm playing.
Okay, so now you understand why when I went into 2, they were just like, "Hey, nobodies." I'm like, "What the fuck is a nobody?" I have no idea. But they're like little silver dudes that walk funny.
See, that's why I'm getting the compilation, because it includes Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, Chain of Memories, 358 over 2 days, the HD cinematics from the game. So you don't have to play the game, you just have to watch it.
Kingdom Hearts story is some hot bullshit. In the order that you had to play things in, and the order that things came out.
If you guys haven't watched it and you want to just laugh your ass off,
is it the Smosh thing?
No, my friend Nate, we did at RadCon last year. He did a 2-hour lecture on the history of Kingdom Hearts, and it was hilarious. So if you want to just like get your sillies on, it's the best.
When you talk about the Kingdom Hearts story, it can only be funny. It can't be anything else.
Well, funny enough, we're doing another RadCon next month, and I have to do an entire lecture on the history of Guilty Gear. So I got to start doing my homework, because I tangentially know a little bit about it.
I know nothing about the Guilty Gear story. Like, literally nothing at all. Kai is a good guy, maybe. That's all I know.
I've been playing Xrd. Apparently now he's part Gear or something. I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Wait, stories matter in fighting games?
No!
In Guilty Gear Xrd, they've literally put 2-hour anime movies in each revision so far. Yeah.
The only game that can rival Kingdom Hearts in its like insanity of a story is BlazBlue. Oh my god, BlazBlue's story is so nonsensical. I had to read it. Like I had to read like an dissertation on it. It was
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna dive into the wiki, because like I knew a little bit about it. I knew exactly what you were talking about. I didn't believe the beat. This episode is brought to you by the SATs. So yeah, I don't know. I knew a little bit about Guilty Gear Double X or X2, because I played the fuck out of that as a kid. I'm like, yeah, Post-War Administration Bureau, and like the sacred.
That's just what he said. Post-War Administration Bureau.
That's like the big bad, and then like there's the main bad guy of Guilty Gear is literally called That Man. His name's just That Man. So
That man over there.
Yeah. It's that man.
That man.
They have like this anime trailer.
All right, back to Kingdom Hearts. So yeah,
looks pretty good.
It looks really fun. Like
there's an interesting video by Digital Foundry. They were comparing the Kingdom Hearts 3 footage to the original Toy Story, like how we finally been able to do in-game graphics as good as Toy Story. And it was an interesting video. Yeah, Toy Story 1.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I have to say that for the Monsters Inc. stuff, like Mike looks really good, but Sully, like the fur, they can't quite get it on game consoles yet.
No.
Like
well, maybe they got
intensive.
They still got time though, just to like add little details if they want to.
He still looks really good though. And then Sora's monster design, as people have said, it's furry bait.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Is it? Oh god.
He's a furry. Jeepers. Oh, like Rockadoodle.
I haven't actually. I saw like Mike, but I didn't actually watch the trailer. So.
I can't wait to not understand what's going on in this game, despite my best efforts.
I just want to play through the Disney
manga first. So.
I wish
a Kingdom Hearts manga would be just impossible. Like,
there is one.
That's why I said it.
It's impossible.
a Kingdom Hearts what?
A Kingdom Hearts manga?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like Fooly Cooly. I tried to read the Fooly Cooly manga. I was like, boy, I just have no idea what is happening.
I kind of like the Fooly Cooly manga though.
It is. I like it too, but I have no idea.
It's different from the show though.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But it's still pretty cool.
I guess we'll move on. But Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm excited. I want to get I'm gonna get 1.5 and 2.5, and then I'm gonna go up and visit Saber and play with him.
Yeah.
You're gonna play with Saber, huh?
Yeah.
Hopefully Laura don't get jealous.
Yeah.
You're playing video games with your friend?
Dare you.
So speaking of Disney, this is a rumor apparently, but apparently Disney might be looking into other game publishers for for Star Wars.
Please
Do it.
I'm so sick of fucking EA. How do you ruin this? How do you take a franchise so beloved with a game that's so perfect already and you fuck it up so hard?
Because none of these companies are making games anymore. They're making live services. That's the hot new buzzword, my friends.
Who made Revenge of the Sith, the video game, and Battlefront 2?
Battlefront 2.
The original Battlefront 2. You remember PS2?
Those are still, they were published by EA, but I know Battlefront 2 was done by DICE before they were bought.
DICE, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. The Revenge of the Sith 3 was awesome. That was good.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, looking at like other Western publishers like Activision and Ubisoft, and it's like, are those much better? I mean, they're better than EA, but
I don't know, man. Ubisoft's pretty trash too.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's the whole thing. Is all these like it was interesting. There was an episode of the Jimquisition where they leaked like this presentation from Ubisoft and how they literally said they're not making games anymore. They're making live services, and it's all about creating a platform that can subsist on continually milking the customer for money. And they have no interest in making traditional games anymore. Like literally they had like two columns. It's like the past games, the now live services, and like why it's better.
And then they have another wall where it's like deceased developers that they've killed.
Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. Luckily indies will save us all because
they will always save.
So
unfortunately indies cannot make ginormous games, but whatever.
That's what the Japanese publishers are for.
Right. Japanese only
except for Konami and sometimes Capcom.
On the one hand, you have live services. On the other hand, you have forcefully injected advertisements for cup noodles. Which will This episode of the POS Podcast is brought to you by Cup Noodles.
All right. A couple more things, and then we'll move on to Q&A. So next thing, let's talk a little bit about this this TV spot for the Grinch that was during the Olympics.
Oh God,
not my Grinch.
We could like not talk about that. That'd be cool.
No, I gotta be honest.
Boring.
it's the design I like better than what they showed before with the Grinch that just looked kind of high.
You know, like high, he had fuck me eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's
I
very
like
Jim
the way
Carrey-esque.
I like the way he looks better here.
We are you saying we don't want to fuck the Grinch? Am I weird for? Oh.
Yeah, you're definitely weird. That's a weird thing, Tom.
Don't worry, this
That's bad.
is
Well,
from the
I-
same
I
company
thought
that made
it
the
wasn't just my
Onceler.
heart that grew 3 sizes when I looked at the Grinch. So I thought, oh,
Oh.
Make other things grow.
yeah.
This is the same company that gave us the Onceler, and like that the whole people who got like
I
obsessed with
can't
him.
wait for the slash fix. It's gonna be great.
How bad can it
is
be?
this song? It's really bad.
One thing though that I don't like is the way Max looks.
Oh
He
yeah,
looks
Max.
way too cute.
Fucking Secret Life of Pets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't look right. Very Jim Carrey-esque from what I was getting from the trailer.
I cannot believe they used the syllable "ah" 4 times in that song. That is that's like unacceptable. That's like unacceptable lyrics.
But yeah, like the Grinch is like watching the Olympics and he like imagines himself ice skating. It's really weird. It's like, that's what the Grinch is?
No, it's not.
Oh.
If
Well, no,
anything,
well,
he'd be cutting holes in the ice, making them drown or something.
no, but like, wait, which Grinch is it? Is it the Grinch that fought the Cat in the Hat and like he started the day off like, oh, I'm all happy and joy. And then he looked in the mirror and he's like, what are you so happy about, Grinch? You're a Grinch. And he was just like, oh, okay. And it was just like, okay. Well, that's what happened. He like started the day off all positive and happy.
Yeah.
And he's like, good morning, Mr. Grinch. He's like, what's so good about it? It was just like, looked at it. It's just, what the hell? Maybe it's one of those stories.
All right. Yeah, that's not coming out until December though, so probably not gonna get a trailer until like,
Christmas.
maybe. So last thing before a Q&A, if something Jax wants to rant about.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, the new Goku form that's gonna be
Yeah.
in Super.
You mean Danny Phantom? That's what it is. That's all it is. This is all he freaking is for Super. Like, you know what I don't get about this form? All right, let me say this. All right, Super. All right, let me just say to people
Oh
watching
my
this right
God.
now, Super. It's not a good show.
Smash Brothers.
It's a show that's like reality TV. It's entertaining. They got a lot of fanfic stuff going on, but it's not something that I go like, oh yeah, I can't legitimately suggest a show like, hey Jax, what's some good animes to watch? Oh, Cowboy Bebop, One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. What about Dragon Ball Super? It's just like one of those things. I can't with this. But the reason this, I don't mind it anymore since someone said like, okay, well, Danny Phantom's basically going to be fighting one of Ben 10's forms this Saturday, and that's just going to make me laugh the entire thing through. But it's just, you had something so great with the original Ultra Instinct form that Goku had, the black-haired one, because what happened was, he was fighting Jiren, and then he like absorbed the spirit bomb, and he came out, and he had like just these fuck me eyes, like bedroom eyes and shit like that, but he was like glowing and he was so badass, and it was sort of like had this mentality of like, I'm so strong, I don't need the Super Saiyan forms anymore. Like all those other Super Saiyan forms are BS, even though a bunch of people will always comment, oh, it's not a Super Saiyan form, it's Ultra Instinct, whatever. It just, I just think this was clearly made just for action figures, and it just, I know they keep saying like, oh, it was supposed to be like, it was hinted at because it's an angel form whatsoever. And then back in the day, there was like hints because they were hyping Gohan up like he was going to do like something really big during this tournament because like Piccolo started training him again after he let his family die and they brought him all back to life and shit like that. And Piccolo basically called him out on his bullshit and was like, Gohan, you know, here's something that you have a problem with, all right? When you fight, you get overly confident. When you fought Cell, you got overly confident and then he killed your dad. When you fought Boo, you got overly competent, and he freaking absorbed Gotenks and all these other people. And I'm just like, yeah, that's so true. And so like they were hyping Gohan up like he was going to get this new form, and we thought Gohan was going to get it, but no, he didn't. And then Vegeta gets his bluer form, whatsoever you want to call it. And then this shit, like to me, it just
Dragon Ball Z fucking sucks now. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest.
I said that too, Saber. Don't try. I've been saying that for
Jax,
a while.
Oh, I'm just saying, dude.
Shut the fuck up, Saber. So I don't care, but anyways, it's just
Yes,
it's
you
one of
do.
those- What?
Yes, you
What?
do. It's your show. That's all right.
Dragon Ball Z is my show. Dragon Ball is my show.
I mean, it's just. I think this is gonna be the last hurrah for Dragon Ball.
No, it's
And,
making too much money. It's making too much money, so it's coming back after that. But it's just one of those things. I openly admit, like, no, it's stupid.
I'll agree. It is stupid.
But that's it. That's all I had to say. It was stupid.
Yeah.
Natural entry.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Q&A. So if you do want to ask us questions on Twitter, we have our Twitter handles right here. And if you want to give super chats, you can use a super chat and we'll answer it here on the YouTube stream. If you don't watch us on YouTube, you can download us on Podbean. Listen to the audio podcast. We also have a patron thing there. So yeah. Anyway,
All of the money, all of the clicks, all of the ad revenue. This section of the POS podcast, the Q&A section, is brought to you by Quora, Quora.com. Ask your questions, get your answers.
all right. So we already got a couple of super chats that were posted earlier. So from Universe 19, it says, "Hey everyone, I hope life is treating you well. I just wanted to ask Paleo and Jax if they were attending BabsCon. I saw you two at EQLA as well. Unfortunately, not BabsCon.
Nah.
Yeah, it's expensive to go over to the West Coast for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny enough, I'll be there.
Yeah, Saber's gonna be there until the race, but they're more popular than.
Oh.
For now. When I get all my money from all these brand deals I've been doing this whole episode and buy it myself like 10 million followers, we'll see who's the most popular.
All right, so that was from Universe 19 for a $5 super chat. So thank you very much. And then another one from your mom.
What's she doing here?
That's literally what it
I
says.
know I'm gonna clean my room. God, shut up.
Yeah. A $5 super chats. Hey Jax Blade, you should check out the French cartoon Last Man. It's Baki the it's Baki the Grappler meets Men in Black meets Vice City. I know you will love it. Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that Last Man.
Yeah, that show is actually really good.
Yeah, Neska told me about it.
Yeah, it's really good. And so
Yeah.
they got like a bunch, it's like them fighting a bunch of demons and stuff like that, and a bunch of buff guys kicking ass like usual. So yeah, I liked it. I'm watching it so far. I'm only on episode 4 right now, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Connor Johnson has a $10 super chat. Thank you very much. In 1989, there was an animated series called Tugs. It was a spin-off of Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. It's highly underrated in my opinion. Never hear of it. Tugs? Was that with the tugboats? Is that thing?
Probably.
That's a good guess, yeah.
Yeah, because I think I remember that.
I don't remember it.
I think it aired like also in the mid '90s, so that's probably why I remember it. But
I'm looking at it. It looks familiar, but I don't remember.
Tugs.
Yeah, I don't look. I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, let me look at it. Oh yeah, I have seen this. Yes, I have.
Yeah,
I do remember it. From Tyler, a $5 super chat. Thoughts on Netflix Sabrina the Teenage Witch series airing around Halloween this year, called Adventures of Sabrina. As long as they have Salem in it, I'll watch it.
Is it gonna be? Is this the horror version of the series?
I don't know,
because I heard they were doing one because of Riverdale being popular with people. So like, since that was like,
that would be interesting.
Yeah, is Melissa Joan Hart gonna be in it?
She can make a cameo probably.
She
can't be no teenager.
Yeah,
she ain't no teenager anymore.
Definitely not. How old is she now?
She's like probably in like her 40s.
40s, something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
Wait, Melissa Joan Hart?
Yeah, I think she's in her 40s.
30s or 40s.
I think so by now.
Oh yeah, because apparently this is like an adaptation of the comic series.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
The comic series, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
I'm just chilling
with my friends.
Like an episode.
Witchcraft.
Wow. All right, let's go on to Twitter. See here. People got. Do you guys have any questions from Twitter?
I'm looking.
While I get this looked up.
What is Zane Powers asks, what is your favorite romance in a non-romance centric series, and what do you think it takes to make an effective?
Interesting.
That's an interesting question. Huh?
I'm gonna open that up to the floor because I don't have a clue off the top of my head.
So you said romance, just like in a non-romance.
In a
Yes, romance,
non-romance,
like a
series.
romance side plot.
Yeah.
What's the best side plot?
Okay, so it's not like, hey, what's your ship in a not romance anime?
I mean, I do like Katara and Aang. In that.
I don't really care for that shitty ship.
You know what? I would say in Spectacular Spider-Man, I really did love what they were doing with Peter and Gwen in that show because they were like,
oh yeah,
best
yeah,
friends.
that was good.
Yeah, she started off like as just the nerdy girl and stuff like that, and then MJ made her like glamored her up and made her look hot and stuff like that, and so it was just they're freaking cute together, and then they had that cliffhanger ending, so that was sad. But I guess that would be my one.
Oh, I know. Wait, what was the latter half of the question? It was romance and a non-romance centric thing, and then what was the latter half?
What do you think?
What do you think it takes to make a good one?
Character development, simple.
Yeah.
Make them look cute together. Like make them actually feel like, oh, you two actually would be genuinely adorable if you got together. Like have them start as friends and then like have that communication where it's just like, oh, these two, like I don't know why I'm just shipping you two so hard. Like
Marco and Star.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so. But it's like My Hero Academia does this great. It's just like, oh, I want these two together. It's an action show, but it's just like, oh, I got 6 people I want to get together, and it's just like they do it so well in that series. But the creator straight up said like, oh, I already had a plan for who's gonna get with who at the very start when he was writing. So there you go.
I think what makes a romance effective in a story that's not romance centric is that you need to it's always kind of distracting when you have to like pause whatever the show's point is to kind of develop these characters. Like the actual progression of the show itself should build the relationship between the characters. So like the story's doing double duty, so you don't have to keep like, and now we're gonna stop for the fan service episode.
Right.
So I think that's super important, is to integrate the building of the tension and the romance with the characters into the actual narrative that you're working on.
For me, I guess in the Looney Tunes show that was in 2011, there's just certain characters that I just want to be happy. And 2 of those characters are Donald Duck and Porky Pig.
No, not Donald.
I want Donald to be happy.
You mean Daffy?
Daffy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You said Donald.
I know, I meant Donald Duck.
You said the Looney Tunes show, though.
I know, but I'm just talking about there's 2 characters just in general that I want to be happy.
Okay.
Okay then.
Okay,
Yeah.
you should have
I
want Donald Duck and Yada Yada from the Looney Tunes show.
You want Donald and Daffy to get together? What?
Yeah.
There's
In the Looney Tunes show, though, Porky got a girlfriend, Petunia, and she was like the sweetest thing ever. I was like, oh, y'all are so cute together. Aw. So
it
yeah,
was only
that
2
one.
episodes.
It was only 2 episodes because the show is no longer airing, and it sucks because I love that show. But whatever. Yeah, no, I don't want Daffy to be happy at all. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of trash. This show is brought to you by... I'm sorry, I killed you.
Don't get mad, get glad.
So a question from Steam Guy on Twitter. A game you like that but got bad reviews at launch. There's a few that I can think of that I've played, like I played as a kid where I was like, oh, this is really fun, and then I look at the reviews of it, I was like, why do people hate it? And like Kirby Air Ride was one of those, because I loved Kirby Air Ride.
That has like a cult following.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but it had like pretty bad reviews when it came out.
It did get like 6s and stuff. Everyone's like, it's too simple.
Yeah, it was like 5 out of 10s.
I played it like later, like when it wasn't like the time for it to be played, and I don't really get why it's such a big deal.
Yeah, well, what age did you play it? That's a good question.
What age?
Yeah.
I played it when I was maybe like 19.
Okay,
like
yeah.
that.
See, I played it when like I was a teenager.
A wee lad.
Yeah.
When I was a wee lad, indeed.
Yeah.
I still to this day really like DMC Devil May Cry, and I think that game got
What Dante?
What?
Dante.
Yeah, that guy.
That one. Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't play like a normal DMC game. I still thought it was a really fun action game, and I've played it a lot, and I have a ton of fun with it. And I think people got too mad about the hair color, and I think if that didn't happen, it would be much better received.
Yeah.
For me, it's this beautiful game.
Oh,
Right here,
Jaws Unleashed, yeah.
I love this game so much because I like simple games where it's just, okay, you're a monster, go fuck shit up. Like, I mean, that's all it pretty much. That's what I liked about this game. Like, it didn't get any good reviews. I think it like has like a 3 out of 10 or some crap like that. So, some's like really bad, but I had fun with this game. I played this game constantly just because it's just fun to be a shark and go rip people to pieces. And it's very cathartic too. So, yeah.
I'm trying not to be a pretentious asshole, but I really can't think of anything that I like a lot that has a bad rating. Does it have to be a bad rating or just a meh rating or what?
It can be whatever.
Yeah, because the same guy, Steam guy asks, have you played God Hand? So,
I mean, yeah, God Hand. I guess that has to be the one. God
Yeah.
Hand is a really fun game. I do not understand why in the world that has a 3. That makes no sense.
I tried getting into God Hand and I couldn't do it. I
think it's because I'm a fighting game guy. I don't know.
I didn't find the combat to be very cathartic. I felt like
We're really using that word today, aren't we?
yeah. So
I just
it
like
makes me
murdering
think of
people.
catheters. Stop using it.
well, that's a personal problem. This episode of the POS podcast is brought to you by
Brought to you by
catheters.
personal problems.
Go get your free catheter from whatever that commercial that comes on TV sometimes and really disturbs me.
The pocket catheter or whatever.
Yeah, that. The pocket catheter.
There's some commercial that comes on TV where there's like it's some medicine commercial or like some service, but it's like an animated fox like with his family. And I was like, this is like really well animated. Where'd y'all get the money to do this? Like,
The Carfax?
I don't think
No.
it's Carfax. I think it's some kind of medicine. I can't remember.
Yeah. Then a question from John on Twitter. What are your thoughts on the Spyro the Dragon remaster coming this year? So I think it was a rumor, but I'm not sure if it's like confirmed that because
it was the Kotaku like ran a rumor and then a bunch of other sites ran it as fact because clickbait.
Yeah.
If it does happen, I'm gonna nut everywhere.
Yeah,
like,
I would love
about
like a
time.
Spyro.
I can't see them
remake.
not doing
just
it,
just
considering-
because they did Crash. So like do Spyro,
Right.
please.
like
Was
please,
Spyro that
please.
good?
Spyro was
I don't-
fun.
It's not even that Spyro is good. It's that Skylanders is so offensive that it needs to be wiped out.
Skylanders is making them hella dosh though. You can't even pretend like it's not.
Just separate Skylanders from Spyro, reboot it, and that's fine. You can go have this episode of the POS podcast is brought to you by Skylanders. But just separate that and let's bring Spyro back. Let's
like Skylanders even needs advertising, boy.
they're paying me, so that's fine. They can waste their money as much as they want as long as they give it to me. So yeah, I really hope it does happen because that would be a good reintroduction of the classic games to a new audience, and hopefully we get new shit. It is a classic. It hurts my soul, but it's true. There's like more polygons in like a nose of modern games than that entire game put together.
2B's
Yeah. Oh yeah, and friggin' Stuart Copeland, the drummer from the Police did the music to Spyro. It's great.
Or you could play Sonic Forces, which the singer from Hooverstank did the music. Oh god!
Wow!
No, it killed me on the inside. I was like,
how the mighty have fallen.
Right.
Is it any good?
But no, the lyrics are one more last fist bump, one more last Tom. Please be upset about the order of those words with me.
I'm trying to figure it out right now. This episode of the POS podcast is brought to you by Hooked on Phonics.
Well,
are they still in business? Hooked on Phonics?
I have no idea.
Oh, I'm probably not.
I highly doubt it.
All right. Question from Jason. You mentioned Stretch Armstrong earlier in the podcast. Did you see the new Netflix series? It's from the same people who worked on Spectacular Spider-Man. Really?
Oh my God, is that like
Oh,
Jackson's
delicious.
favorite show?
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing.
Wow.
It's gonna be spectacular.
Yeah. Totes.
From Enigma Prince. What are your thoughts on Butch Hartman walking out on Nickelodeon after 20 faithful years of work of service with shows like Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents, Stuff Puppy, and Bunsen?
He did his job. Like,
Yeah, I watched
done.
I watched his video where he says why I left Nick, and he didn't say why.
Oh, no.
I was watching. Have any of you seen his like speech bubble podcast that he does?
No.
Like, he was talking about he's basically talking about like why he added like character show and stuff like that. And he was saying how all right, so when you have a show that goes on that long, it's just like, okay, we just need this series. We just want to do this. And it's just like, well, what? They asked him, like, they made him like add Chloe and Sparky and Poof and all these characters and stuff like that, because he was just like,
I don't know who any of those characters are. Those fairly out there.
yeah, those are the Poof is the baby, and then Sparky was the fairy dog that came along, and then Chloe was.
Well, it's seasonal rot. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
He
They
said he had to keep
SpongeBob
it fresh. He had to keep it fresh, so he had to keep adding new characters and crap like that. He didn't want to. It was just like they forced him to keep doing it. It's just like that's what you got to do to keep staying fresh.
What's he doing now? Because like I see like him like doing like YouTube stuff all the time, and I feel like he's trying to go
Right.
independent or something.
That's
Like,
what he said in his video.
Exactly
Yeah.
what he's doing.
Yeah, it's like I felt like he's been building his brand the last like couple years so he could make this hard like cut and just be like, I'm doing my shit now.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
he said.
he's trying to
in his
get
video,
his
so.
yeah, he said he was trying to get the Danny Phantom rights back from Nick, maybe possibly, because they still own all that stuff, so he can't like go off to a new network and be like, oh well, here's Danny Phantom season 4 and this is what happens now
Right.
and stuff like that. So he
Yeah.
can't do that.
Good
Alright.
luck.
From Wixo Melody on Twitter. What is the worst voice acting you've ever heard in any piece of animated media?
That would be Chaos War. Oh no, you know what? Really, maybe Joshua and the Promised Land. I'm sorry.
Really bad.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
that
say,
is pretty bad.
a good follow up, but like it's so bad it's also good is Dynasty Warriors 3 for PS2.
Don't.
You idiots! Hate this!
Who is that one girl in Lucky Star? That like you know who I'm talking about here?
Oh, Patty.
Yeah, I guess her voice.
Patricia.
Like,
Yeah, her voice is like nails on the chalkboard.
yeah, just like
The rest of the dub is great, and she is not.
yeah, hell, come on, go to top. Let's go hang out over here. It's just like
What? Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, that's
You
what
want to
it
go
sounds
to
like.
Akihabara? That's where all the Fujoshi gather. It's like, oh my god. First of all, don't say Fujoshi in English like ever. That's disgusting. Second of all, your voice is awful.
Chin chin.
That joke is great, and you know it.
Yeah, I know it is.
Let's just say the word is Chinese and leave it at that.
Yeah, let's just say the word.
Anyone else might get R-rated.
From Mirth Mauser for Hero. What is your
What's up?
favorite part of Joshua in the Promised Land?
None of it, boy. Oh.
The ending credits, of course. It's finally over.
You know what? It's really specific and like has no reason to be my favorite part. You said favorite part?
Yeah.
Yeah, the freaking when they're getting ready to go to war, freaking an 8-year-old leading them off into war. This stupid music where the trumpet says like, and it's like this. I don't know. There's something about that trumpet that just cracks me up because it just happens. Like there's no lead up to it, and it's like louder than the rest of the song. It's so funny. Let's beat those guys. Let's beat these guys. Moses, he got tired, so he's like, okay.
Hold them hands up, boy.
They need to know God's on their side, but I'm tired, so I guess God's not on their side anymore.
Don't want to different.
Ashley Scott asks on Twitter, have you seen Final Space? It's on the TBS website. I've seen advertisements for that on Twitter. Like every
Yeah,
time I
me
look at my
too.
phone, I see it.
I wanna be excited, but I'm so burnt out on like comedies with like simple animations. I want to get back to the early 2000s where cartoons from the West look like aesthetically pleasing. I miss that. I want that back. I want like X-Men Evolution animation again. That shit
Yes.
is lit as fuck.
It's weird because like,
that's why I want to watch Last Man, because the animation looks really good.
there's some cartoons that like the aesthetic is not that great, but like the animation is still well done. But you want like both of them, I imagine.
Yeah, I want to get rid of this CalArts style. I want to evolve past it. It's been like 10 years. I'm so tired. I want something different.
You know what I'm tired of?
That's why I said Last Man.
I'm tired of the Adventure Time style that just took over cartoons.
Right.
And it's like, please stop.
I'm so ready to move on from that. But like it's never gonna go away because it's so easy to make. Like it's supposed to be so much cheaper than like actually like, oh, what if we had to hire people who knew how to draw? Fuck that.
Teen Titans is such a nice looking show, man. Please make more shows.
This episode of the POS podcast is brought to you by I Hate My Life.
By the way, Tom, I just linked a GIF from Last Man in the chat there, so you can see.
Yeah, you see, look at that. Good animation, actual drawing skill, a blue-haired chick with giant tits. Like, I'm all about this already.
So okay, I'm just gonna say it like it is. That is Ryu fighting Gideon in Third Strike, and that blue-haired girl is Kula from King of Fighters. It just is. Whoever made this likes fighting.
I got she's only there for like 1 second, so my first thought was like blue hair, pink shirt. I was like Botan, but
Botan, yeah, from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Straight up, this person plays fighting. Someone in the studio plays fighting games. I am willing to bet a lot.
Look how much better this looks than fucking anything made in the last like 5 years. It's not even fair. It's not even fair.
I'll put it on the stream so you guys.
Yeah,
can
you probably
see it.
should. We're talking.
We're talking about it, and everyone's just like, "Well, that's." Cool,
I haven't watched it yet, but from what I've seen, I'm like, wow, this looks.
It's really good, Pele. You should watch it.
Those hits look nice too when he's punching the guy. I'm like, yeah, he's got that big bulge too. Like that.
Last Man stuff like the tunes coming soon.
That seems like the obvious place to take a shot, but what do I know? Yeah, it's pretty legit. Who made this? Paleo. Who made this?
Wait, what studio made it?
Yeah, like, where's it from? What's the country of origin?
I think it's French.
Oh God,
the French are really good.
Yes, dude, they're so good at this.
I take back like half of what I just said, because the French. That's why. This episode of the POS podcast is brought to you by Baguettes.
Champagne.
Check them out.
California champagne.
The French.
Baguettes definitely better than Wonder Bread. The one thing the French have on us.
The French is like legit. French animation is just some of my favorite. They're so good at it.
Yeah,
it's kind of ridiculous.
We need to like start importing French animators. We gotta start pilfering them. We gotta lure them over here somehow. We gotta lure them away from free healthcare and give them something. I don't know what, but
not free healthcare.
Yeah. Some like good wines and cheeses or something. Just like
nah, they got us beat on that too. We
don't know what he's talking about. We can't beat that.
we gotta import them from France and be like, we'll sell it to you cheaper because capitalism is our #1 skill. And they'll be like, okay.
Anime is cheaper here than it is in Japan. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this looks great. We need more of this. That was my point. So I'm glad that somewhere in the world we're making it happen. Because imagine this like drawn like OKKO or something. I couldn't take it seriously.
Let's start the show.
Yeah, so we got.
I've never watched that show, so if it's good, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I like it. It's funny to me.
It's one of those shows.
You just like the girl.
What? Oh, Enid.
Oh, I thought it's Saber, isn't it? Who likes the girl? You say you like girls?
I like the girl.
Oh, okay.
It's the girl.
Stop.
All right, what else we got? What else?
So got a super chat from David3X, $2, but no question.
Oh,
well, thank you.
My question is, why'd you give us money for free? And by us, I mean Pedro, because he doesn't split this.
Split it. I want my quarters.
Mr. 400,000 subscribers. No response. No response, eh?
I can use it for a video series.
From Ryan Walterson on Twitter, favorite live action Adult Swim shows. Tim and Eric. Really good.
I don't know.
I fucking hate all of the live action shows, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I can't watch any of them.
Oh, Tim and Eric's pretty great.
Yeah, I
I
just
hate
said
Tim
that.
and Eric. That shit is
Oh, you said that? I didn't hear you.
Yeah. And also recently Eric Andre's are like really weird.
Yeah, I've never really watched any of the live action shows. I watched a little bit of Tim and Eric, but like I was like kind of mad on it.
Yeah, that show was that was one of those shows that was stupid.
I was like, I don't smoke enough weed for this, clearly.
All right, another super chat from Gary Hackett says, for Tommy Oliver, can you invite Jaxblade to the PCP for a Fat Fuckery Part 2 cast?
I'm sorry. What was all of that? What does all of that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I need the translation.
I do a podcast with Digi and Nate and all those guys called the PCP, the Procrastinators Podcast. They did an episode. Each week we do an episode on just a random topic, and one of them was fat fuckery. And we were talking. It was talking about how fat people need to be stopped. I was not on that episode, but we should do another one. Jack should be on it. It'd be fucking hilarious. Because we've started branching out and trying to get guests on there. So maybe that can happen. Maybe it can. I will use my limited power to see if I can get that in motion.
Well, so you just like went off on like fat people or something?
It's just like an hour of just talking about like you can like watch the show. It's just an audio podcast. But yeah, it's just like random shit like that.
Okay.
But just like bitching about how like it was a back and forth between like is like it okay to fat shame? Is it not okay to fat shame? Should being healthy at any size be encouraged and like things like that? But like in a joking, very politically incorrect manner because that's the entire gist of the show. Is
okay then I can
offensive as possible.
Okay, then I definitely have fun with that. Then.
Ryan Walterson asks, have any of you seen or plan on seeing Woody the Woody the Woodpecker movie? Is that weird? It's on Netflix right now.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it looks really weird.
Was it in Spanish when you saw it?
It's like a CG hybrid.
Yeah, was it in Spanish? Because I know it was like filmed across.
But I was like skimming through it, and they're speaking English in it, so I'm like.
So what did they dub it?
It's not dubbed. Yeah, they're like speaking English in the movie. And I was like, oh, so it wasn't like Spanish? That's weird.
That's weird.
So
I probably won't see it because I'm lazy. I don't watch anything. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm the one on this show where I just don't watch anything. I watch like 3 things.
Finish Made in Abyss.
I do.
Boy, if you started Made in Abyss and you don't finish Made in Abyss, we're gonna have a problem.
I had every intention of finishing it, but the website I was using, the episode 2 refused to load. So I'm like, oh.
What website were you using?
Some random website because I don't use Chrome and I'm too lazy to download it to get Kiss Essentials to use Kiss Anime.
Oh yeah, don't use what is that, Master Anime? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Or Master Anime.
It's a good.
Yeah.
All right. I will do that on Friday. My day I don't work.
Yeah, because that's what Hero watched it on. Let's see. Deli18 asks, so what are your thoughts and opinions on the Disney Channel announcing a live-action Kim Possible movie?
Cares.
I feel like they're too late. 15 years too late.
You're weak, and I've outgrown you.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't
get a threat.
It doesn't. So, I can't imagine just Draken and Shigo in live action that would look like nice unless they add like scales or something, like some textures to the skin to make it look like natural, like some Guardians of the Galaxy crap, which I know they're not going to do because it's a Disney movie. For
Is Kim Possible going to be Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah, exactly. Some BS. It's, God.
I'm a basic cabbage girl. I'm a basic cabbage girl.
What are they going to do?
They're going to play the.
But what are they going to do? They're going to call me text me if you want to reach. We can't.
No, they're gonna play that. They're gonna play that club remix of Kim Possible that everyone keeps bumping now, like on the movie. Kim,
Everyone?
but yeah, like everyone I know, like in Maryland, just bumps that for some reason. It's just like I constantly hear that, like in the mall playing, like Kim Possible, Kim. I think the remix of it. Yeah,
that's why they did it. They're like, that's popular. We're gonna dovetail off that and fucking do
probably.
This episode is brought to you by Kim Possible.
Who is paying you to sponsor Kim Possible?
The Disney Channel.
No, they ain't.
No, I wish.
I get some different people here.
You know what else was weird? Speaking of Disney, before we move on, they announced that they're doing another Disney Channel original movie of Freaky Friday. They're doing
another one?
A DCOM Freaky Friday.
You still don't believe that word exists.
I've never heard it in my life until you guys mentioned it, and that's a Berenstain thing as far as I'm concerned. I just look at timelines, and I'm very concerned.
All right, looking at some different people here for questions. Meticulous Nicholas asks on Twitter, does Steven Universe have an aesthetic or an Adventure Time style?
What does that mean?
It's like
I feel like it stems off of the Adventure Time style.
It's Adventure Time adjacent.
Yeah.
It's
so I feel like as like Adventure Time went on, it started to like, especially since I've seen the whole series now, like it went on to have like its own like distinct feel to it, whereas Steven Universe, the only thing I care about are the gems. I don't care about the people in
Steven Universe aesthetic has gotten progressively worse because they progressively don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't care about the citizens.
I don't care what excuse you give. If you're not working with model sheets, you're dead to me. Like there's no excuse in a professional production not to have character model sheets. Like,
see, for something like OKKO, because they go like really crazy in that show. Like it's fine because like they're getting really cartoony.
There.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like it was done on purpose in Steven Universe. It comes off as lazy. Like if you're gonna go off model, like you need to like push that. But what you have is like an established style, and then you just start deviating from it instead of like the style being no consistency.
Right.
Plus, I don't give a shit about anything but the main plot and
exactly.
Like any interest is gone. I care about Star now. That's
exactly Star.
So.
It's like this episode's about Onion and Mayor Dilly. It's like, oh, we could just get this, but I can't because you're gonna throw in some stupid bullshit I need to know at the end of the episode.
Well, did that Lars episode where he was baking have anything important in it? Because I skipped that.
Yes, it did.
What was the important thing?
I'm not gonna.
Just tell. I'm not watching that shit here, Satya. I refuse.
The audience might watch it.
The audience might watch it. You.
Cover your ears for the next 10 seconds. Tell me. Just put it in the chat. Oh, just put it in the chat. Like,
from Ryan Walterson again. For Saber, since you plan on reviewing Cargo, do you have any plans to review the Asylum's other animated movies? Izzy's Way Home and Trollland.
I saw a trailer for Trollland when I was watching the Cargo today. I didn't watch Cargo, but I recorded it, and it cracked me up because like at the very end of the trailer, they're like, it's like the Rob Schneider thing. Rob Schneider was a carrot. That's how they brought the Asylum trailers for the animated film. And at the very end of the trailer, they're like, and maybe Jerry can get home. It's Trollland. And then this character going, bleh! Like this character just burped, and that was it. The trailer was over. And I laughed my ass off. I was like, this is fucking awful. So yeah, there's some pretty bad ones. Like, I'm trying to be careful. Like, I've gotten some people saying, like, oh, you're ripping off I Hate Everything. And I'm like, no! If anything, I'm emulating more Red Letter Media. But, yeah,
I'm ripping them off!
Yeah, the Milwaukee boys. No,
I need to rip off Saberspark, then I can get the big views.
Do it, man. There's plenty of room.
First video. I ruined Saberspark? Me doing.
I've already done that. I did it for April Fool's last year.
What's ruining PaleoSteno? Me ruining Saberspark.
But I want to do Trollland. I want to do a couple other films. I want to do the Donkey Kong Country cartoon show. That one's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I want to do Ivan the Terrible. This the way it typically works is it's like whatever catches my eye. I go for it. Cargo, I'm worried about because we're gonna watch it after this podcast, and it's potentially fucking boring as fuck, and it worries me.
Yeah, like me, Race and Saber watched it at Ponyville Cider Fest. Yeah, kind of watched it at Ponyville Cider Fest last year, in October, and we were just like in the hotel room, and like Soundboard gave Saber the DVD to Cargo, and we were like, yeah, well, I guess we'll try to watch it, and then we tried, and man, it was tough. It's really hard to sit through.
Yeah.
Though there are some funny things about it that are like great. So
Yeah, it should be great. Can't wait. It'll be fun. All right. What's next, Paleo?
all right, let's see some new Twitter questions here. Then I'll probably end it off soon so I can go to watching Cargo for this.
You could just not end the stream and maybe we wouldn't have to watch it.
Favorite Aardman TV shows and favorite non-Wallace and Gromit Aardman shorts.
I've literally
I don't
only
know.
seen Wallace and
I
Gromit.
think it's
Where's my
on-
pants?
Hey, are they the ones who did that show Creature Comforts?
Yeah, that's right. Creature Comforts is amazing. I love it.
That was one of my
Yeah.
favorite shows. Like that's one of my favorite shows today. So I would say Creature Comforts for me.
Yeah, that's really great. I love that.
I've-
Because
Yeah,
it's
I've
basically
seen
they just
really
interview people on the street and then they like animate.
Just make animals
Animals.
of them.
Um,
Yeah.
So
What
it's
is a UFO? All right. Oh, what is a UFO? The whole thing was great.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah they had it on Netflix for a while, but I'm not sure if it's there anymore.
Was it the American version or the British version?
It was
'Cause
the
I remember
American
British
version because yeah, there's two different versions of it.
The British version was the one
Um,
I used to watch all the time. So
Yeah. And then Shaun the Sheep, I do like Shaun the Sheep. I love the movie that came out in 2015, and they're doing another one.
yeah, Martin loved
so-
that too from Double Toasted. He really loved that movie too. He was
Yeah,
talking
it's
about
like
it.
the the right way to do like an animated like silent film because none of the characters talk, so
none, like
Yeah.
no speaking
none,
whatsoever.
no speaking.
Jeez.
They're just like grunts and whatever, and like sheeps that like bah, but that's it. So
Damn.
what is it called when a sheep makes a bleat? I think.
Bleat. Yeah,
That-
like bleat.
yeah. All right, so I think we're gonna end it here. So
You don't want one more, just for a good one.
do you have one? Do you have a good
No,
one?
I'm just.
No.
Let me look. Let me see.
Because if you do, I'll end it with that.
Okay, let's see.
All right, Jax, it's all on you. No pressure. Don't fuck us up.
Oh wait, no, never mind. We got a super chat from Daily18. Thank you very much.
All right, cool. There you
Um,
go.
For $2. One Punch Man or My Hero Academia? One most preferred. What do you prefer? Ooh.
I like Hero Academia more. That's just me though.
Yeah, I like My Hero Academia more as well.
I'll let you all answer. Please.
Saber,
I mean,
you're a One Punch
so
Man guy?
far, My Hero Academia, but it depends on like what season 2 of One
They're
Punch Man's gonna
they're
do.
very different shows.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
are
it's
very
hard to-
They're in the same universe, though. I'm joking.
No.
No, it's one of those things. Like Carl and me, when we used to like read the manga, for it, he was like saying, like, well, you know, there are people who say My Hero Academia and One Punch Man are in the same universe, and there are people who are fucking liars and then shit like that. And it's just like, I don't know, but fighting. Like I would say, because I started reading both the mangas around the same time in like 2014, 15ish. I'm trying to like go back to what a character wise. Okay, this is how I would put it. All right, I feel like I would most definitely want to spend more of the day in My Hero Academia. Just be like, I love hanging with these, you know, folks and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. They're just like generally nice to be like. So I tell them, I'd be like, who are you? Go away. It's just like, you know, get to go on your day and stuff like that. It's just I like the I like seeing Saitama being bored, and I like seeing Saitama do like these badass fight scenes. Because the reason I originally fell in love with One Punch Man was pretty much like the manga and the webcomic. Like they were just such great stories. They felt like a new rebooted version of Dragon Ball Z, when Dragon Ball Z was not around anymore. It was just like, okay, well, we got this new thing. It was just like, oh wow, this is beautiful. This is like the manga artist is like making these little like flip books of stuff you can put them together, and I just like completely fell in love with it, the character wise, fighting wise, stuff like that. But if I'm just going strictly by off the mangas right now, and since should I count the web? No, I'll just go off the mangas. Going straight off the mangas right now, I greatly enjoy My Hero Academia manga right now, where it's at right now, more than I'm doing the One Punch Man manga. Even though the webcomic for One Punch Man is a bit of a different story because they have stuff going on I won't say, but definitely My Hero Academia manga for me personally.
Like you said though, they're so different.
Which one would you say, Saber?
Superheroes. I mean, I'm biased. I love One Punch Man, but like again, it's so
You're
different.
welcome.
Because one's about like comedy and one's is like not.
Not at all.
Like there's silly elements, but it's not like it's inherently a comedy.
Right.
Like One Punch Man's got action as well, but I'd say it's more comedy than action. While My Hero Academia is more action than comedy, and like because in My Hero Academia, it's like I mean you can go off of the typical like who's the main character? Okay, they'll be okay. Versus like One Punch Man, where it's like, oh, Saitama's here, it's game over, GG. But you brought up the manga though, Jax. Like, I'm not really like I'm fucking like tapping my foot because I'm impressed with how much manga they're putting out, like chapters for One Punch right now. Like they're putting out like, a fuck ton of stuff that wasn't in the webcomic.
Yeah, they are.
And I'm like, damn, this is like going on for like almost a year and a half, 2 years now, and was
still not the
part of it. Yeah, I'm like, I was. Yeah, hey, plenty of room for the anime though. Plenty of ammo to work with. So
yeah, but the thing with that, this is my problem with that, Saber, and I'm not going to spoil it for anyone in the chat or people in this call right now. There are certain elements from the webcomic that they have that are just like, okay, that is a great fight right there. That is an amazing fight right there. That's an incredible fight right there. The manga has some incredible elements, but nothing like a final boss battle thing to go off of. Yeah, it's nothing like, okay, that is like something you could end the season on. It's just sort of like, it's good. I'm not saying it's horrible or bad whatsoever. I'm still enjoying it. I'm glad they're like revving up the stuff now because they realize, oh well, our second season's coming. We need to have some. I'm still in the camp that I think that they should just do what they did with Mob Psycho 101 and just like 100, just take the webcomic and then just refurbish it to be more anime-esque and something like that, because I think the stories from the webcomic are better than that. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, they both have great elements to it, and great soundtracks for that record. For that matter, I love the soundtracks for both series. They're great.
My hero.
Oh, there was an instrumental version of that was taken down, and it finally went back up today. And I was like, yeah, it's back. I downloaded that shit instantly. I'm like, it was someone made this cool remix, and I was like. I'm like, why would you take it out to begin with? It's a remix. Whatever.
All right.
Because YouTube takes down things.
Yeah, YouTube's a butt.
All right, you guys ready to leave?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So.
Only Saber.
So yeah. Thanks for coming out, everybody, and thanks
This
for the super
episode of
chats.
the POS Podcast is brought to you by the Asylum. Check out.
Yeah, we're gonna go
Cargo.
watch Cargo. At least some of us are.
Yeah.
I have to go to work. I don't know which one's worse.
What do you mean?
I gotta go to
Have to? I would rather go to work. Honestly.
All right. So yeah, we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. See you guys then. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Yeah.
All right.